Just left the grocery store, headed back to the house. $100 man. Tried to keep it under 50. My math in my head is really bad. On the other hand, I did add $15 to my retirement portfolio on a $2 investment. That's right, I'm on the Florida Lottery retirement plan. At the rate I'm going, I think I'll be able to retire by the time I'm 100. No, probably 105. Welcome back to the channel, the Model Building Corner. I'm Joe. We got some good stuff to go over today. I went to the grocery store earlier and then took a nap. Luckily, John from Canada called and woke me up, and otherwise I might still be asleep. I ain't gonna lie. Laid down at 11 and he called at 2, so I think I'll get some work done this evening. Anyway, yeah, I have the weirdest dreams when I'm during nap time. Naps are the best. I got a mail call we're gonna go over, and then also I think I'm gonna wet sand on this body because I still haven't gotten an email that the package has shipped yet. So much for paying for extra shipping. So hopefully I'll see this on Monday, but I'm gonna get this body ready by wet sanding it. And I got my not bare metal foil. I got my photo etch that David sent me that I was reading the instructions, and I'm still confused. Am I supposed to, like, if I use now this kit turns this body into a 68, so I don't think I want to use the grill pieces because I want that distinct 69 grill. I thought that the photo etch was just solid like that, but it actually does, that script right there goes in the grill, but it's still missing that center deeper line. But I'll use the badging. The badging looks cool, but what I was curious about was, am I supposed to sand the original badges off, or do I lay the photo etch on top of the existing? That's a question. Lock cylinders I've never used before. We've got parts for the gas pedal and the brake pedal and the clutch. Key rings with keys. So a lot of badging. So I think that's what I'll use, is the badging. They even got one for the top of the carburetor, if it'll focus. But anyway, so yeah, I was digging through that. Where did the photo etch actually go? Oh, right here. So let's not lose any of that. I don't need this right now. I don't need that right now. I don't need this right now. Let's run an intro, and I'll get you guys in here and see what came in the mail. It came from Mike, Scale Speedworks. He sent me a text beginning of the week, said, keep your eye open. I sent you something. I said, you didn't have to do that, Mike. He's like, no worries. I'm cleaning out my garage because I'm remodeling my kitchen and I need the room. So I didn't know what I was getting. And I still don't know what's in this box. But I was thinking like maybe an old sink or a dishwasher. I could use a dishwasher. I'm the dishwasher around here. No, so he sent me some pictures earlier. Tell you guys in California are a little crazy, okay? When someone says kitchen remodel, I think new appliances, maybe a new countertop, a new backsplash. This dude, he stripped everything. There is no sheetrock, plaster, drywall, whatever you want to call it. None in sight. Not on any wall, not on any ceiling. I'm like, whoo, are you going to post a video? So, I don't know yet. But anyway, so, yeah, he went all out. But, so, let's run an intro, get you in here, I'll open this box and see what we got. Okay, let's make some room. I haven't gone with this view in a while, so I thought I'd give it a shot. Reading glasses. Let's clean that up. I need more painter's tape. Put that away. Alright. Alright, we got a box. Let's make this bigger. Oh wait, this, I can't do it on that angle. So let's push this back a little bit. Alright, I need something to open this box with. Let's see. Let's grab something. Whoop. Yep, we got it. Ha! Ow! Nice. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. We got a nice double-sided hey, that's a new one, ain't it? Is that a new one? I got that. I don't know if I got that side. Anyway, sent me another shop card. These always come in handy. Air. Nice air. Wow, Mike has got himself a business card. Go faster, go anywhere. Scale Speedworks, Model Car Garage. Mike D. Big Daddy D. Model car reviews and custom builds. That's a nice shop, nice little business card there, Mike. Big Daddy D. I think that's what I'm going to call you since you called yourself Mike D. Big Daddy D. Alright, so here's what we got. Okay, let me put this box down. Oh. We got the 69 Nova SS. 2-in-1. So since I still have to build the Yanko, I might not do this one stock. I might do a nice little street. Oh, maybe can I? Am I about to join another group build? I did the Street Machine group build last year for Jason over at Blue Ops. I haven't decided if I was going to get in it this year, but if this is, I think I might do this as a Street Machine. So that's cool. And guess what? I also joined because I did the off-road group build for Pat at Pat Scale. Pat, I'm sorry. Bama, Woody, no. Pat, where are you? Am I looking right at it? I am. It's a Card Scale Dream. Sorry about that. So, Mike sent the Bronco. The early Bronco. What year is this Bronco? So, of course, you know, I could do this as for the off-road group build. So, Mike has hooked me up with 2 kits that are going to keep me in group builds that I've already built. So, I'm going to eventually do a video for the off-road group build hosted by Pat at Scale Car Dreams. And then I'm going to do the Street Machine group build hosted by Jason over at Blue Ox Model Shop. Mike, thank you so much, buddy. This is a surprise. So yeah, I appreciate this extremely. This is great. But, you know, if you still have more stuff you need to clean out for your kitchen, I could use a nice stove, too. Instead of cooking on hot plates. Just kidding. I don't think this electric here would handle a stove. Anyway. Alright, so let's, thank you again, Mike, and let's move on to the next thing. Alright, so gonna get some wet sanding done. I've seen a couple of guys, they've glued the tack to the hood before paint. I was thinking I was going to have a hard time getting to all the spots, but I think I'm going to, after I wet sand this, I'm going to do that too. Anyway, so part of this is for the crappy builder, one of my viewers. No, I'm not calling him a crappy viewer. I mean a crappy builder. That's what he goes by. Okay, he's just getting back into building, and you know, he was back in the day like all of us, where it was rattle cans and nobody priming nothing, and I never used to primer either. Then I started priming my bodies, and I wouldn't prime the parts. I would just hand paint them. But then I noticed when I got back into the building, some of the old I can't remember the name, the brand of the paint, and the Tester's little bottles, they didn't cover as well like they used to. So I started priming. But then I found out by accident, and this is what I was telling the crappy builder, was I wet sanded the General Lee, and if you want to check that out, you can watch that video. I wet sanded that thing and found out by accident that the way that rattle can, because that was sprayed with rattle can, a big can. And it laid down. That was the smoothest rattle can paint job I ever did in my life. So ever since then, I've been wet sanding the bodies. And I'm not going to go nuts with it. I'm going to just start with, I'll start with 1,000 and I'll work my way up a little bit. So I got some warm water with some Dawn, the soap, not the person. And I'm just gonna wet sand on her. So I just go nice and light. I can feel it digging into stuff. And when I feel like I'm not digging anymore, did I tell you to drop? Stay. When I feel like it's not digging anymore, then I'll move to the next area. And that feels pretty good. And just with the 1,000 grit, hear the difference? So, alright. And I've also just recently started airbrushing, so nothing wrong with rattle cans, man. You get some great finishes, and even if you don't, who cares? It's going on a shelf with the elf. Hit the trunk back here. Like a junkie to a rush, I trade my mother for your touch. Oh wait, that might just be too much, but I'd do anything but that. I might be crazy, but it's not the same as insane. Alright. See what the trunk feels like. Obviously, staying away from the edges. I don't want to break through. Sometimes I do. Do I reprimer? No. I just shoot the color right over that. Alright. Now I'll get the tops of the fenders. I really don't like these sanding sticks. I wish I had something a little bit more flexible. But I'm going to waste them. I'm going to use them up. Let's lightly do the nose. I don't want to bust through. I love these old Pontiac front ends. with the Euro bumper. Is that what they called it? Alright. Now I'll move on to the fenders. Alright, let me know which view is better for you guys. So I'm just going to do a quick go over this again. This time I'm going with 2400. Same thing, I'm just barely touching it. And I just want to make it till it feels smooth. There's no friction between the sanding stick and the roof. So I mean, I'm not going for perfection here. I'm just going for a nice base for the paint to lay down on. And that's why I don't wet sand my color. After the car is painted, I don't do any wet sanding or polishing. I personally am satisfied with the finish that I get for what I do. I build models that just sit on my shelf. The only people that ever see them are you guys in the video. Yeah, yeah, I don't get any visitors. So just go nice and lightly. Okay. And that primer starts to get a shine on it. That's when I stop. Do a little bit on the nose. Okay. And run down the sides. You can hear the sound just disappeared. As soon as that sound disappears, I stop. See? It's getting quieter. And it stopped. And again, I'm just holding the stick and guiding it. I'm putting no pressure. Let the grit do the work. Okay. I'll just finish this quarter panel and we'll wrap this up. No sense in you watching me sand an entire car. quiet. It's quiet. See, all quiet up here. Down here, it's still a little. That one doesn't want to shut up. But that would be ready for a color coat. So let me get this other side done and I'll get you guys upstairs again. Alright, so that was not a how-to. That was a how I do. 90% of it's probably wrong. Not really, but you know, again, you know, I can't believe the difference in the way the paints lay after wet sanding the primer. So with that said, everybody have a great rest of your weekend, and I appreciate everybody for watching, all your comments, the likes, all of that good jazz. So yeah, keep it coming. Anyway, take care everybody, and I'll see you on the next one. Joe is out.